removing the energy out of the traumatic and experiences that formed us. It's a big job. It's a really big thing. And don't think of it as a waste of time. It's our spiritual work that we're doing. We're cleaning our hearts of anger and betrayal and hurt and damage and grief and shame. All the stuff that we've learned and absorbed as children in our families and in life.
Welcome to the Krishna Das Pilgrim Heart Hour. In this podcast, Krishna Das shares his warm-hearted and down-to-earth path to the divine. If you are interested in supporting Krishna Das's podcast, please go to BeHereNowNetwork.com/KD.
Jai Jai Ram. Om Namo Gurudev Nim Karo Baba Om Namo Gurudev Nim Karo Baba Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Gurudev Nim Karo Baba Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Kim Kuro Baba Mama. Did I teach myself to play harmonium? Well, after hearing me tonight, if you still think I can play harmonium, you're delusional. Yeah, I always say I could never play harmonium in anybody else's band. I just play what I know. I don't even know how I learned it. Okay, reverb off. The tone of family members' voice has a way of triggering me with upset feelings. Would you have any suggestions for how to listen to someone that triggers me and not to get triggered by the tone of their voice? Would appreciate any suggestions you would be able to share. Well, the saying is, if you want to know how your spiritual work is going, go spend some time with your family. That'll show you. Family stuff goes very deep. We're raised in our family atmosphere. We develop so much of our programs are put into us at a very early age in our families. And so it's always very difficult. It can be very difficult to deal with family issues. There's a million ways to deal with it. First of all, you have to do some practice and start untying those knots in your emotions that make you react to things automatically. It's only our own stuff that makes us react, nothing else. So it's not the fault of the person. They're just being them, which they're completely, totally free to be. The problem is with us. It upsets us. So we have to figure out why that is, or at least how to slow down and give ourselves some more space to not react. But removing the energy out of the traumatic and experiences that formed us, it's a big job. It's a really big thing. And don't think of it as a waste of time. It's our spiritual work that we're doing. We're cleaning our hearts of anger and betrayal and hurt and damage and grief and shame, all the stuff that we've learned and absorbed as children in our families and in life. So whatever techniques that you can find, counseling, therapy, sometimes psych drugs, psych chemicals, medicine are useful to help us decompress some of these places in us that we can't even face. So everything can be useful. Of course, regular practice is very useful, but it's not going to erase all the programming like that. It's going to give us the strength to release the programming, but we need more help than that. So, good luck. Yes, that's a drum machine, iTabla Pro. I just use Kerua and Bhajani. That's the ones I use. Sometimes if I sing in 3/4 time or 6-beat time, I use Dadra. But I'm always hitting the wrong button. So it's not the machine's fault, it's my hand. I just seem to be, my aim is bad. I don't know, this question is very convoluted. I met and was blessed by an enlightened being, Maharaj-ji. Still, I had to go through hell for 20 years. Why just 20? Let's say 40. And you didn't chant during that time? No, very little chanting during that time. It's all happening by grace of its own accord and at the right time. Before that, we could all jump up and down and nothing's going to change, isn't it? No, that's not the case. Of course, grace we can be touched by grace at any time in our lives, and anything could happen at any time. But as Siddhima pointed out, it's all grace, but we don't know that. So we have to make an effort to open to that grace, to open our hearts, to take out, to clean the mirror of our hearts, to clean our hearts of shame and grief and anger and fear and selfishness and all that stuff. We have to make that effort, or we'll never experience the grace ourselves. Well, that's a big statement. Who knows what we'll experience, right? I don't know. But I'm telling you what Siddhima told me. I asked her and she said, it's all grace, but you have to act like it isn't. And you must remember both of those phrases go together. It's all grace, but we have to act like it isn't, which means we need to make our effort. And chanting, practice, all these things, meditation, that's our effort. And more than that, or as much as that, learning how to treat other people in the same way we want to be treated. We can't push people around and abuse people and hurt people and think that we're going to get everything we want. That will never work. That's creating terrible negative karma for ourselves. We need to learn how to treat people the way we ourselves want to be treated. And if you think that's easy, you got another thing coming. How do you control your mind and engage in bhakti? I can't control my mind. I can't. I have no control over my mind. I sit down, I pretend to meditate, but my thoughts are all over the place. I chant. These are the practices I do. This is what helps me. This is what allows me to move into the space of Maharaj-ji's presence, of the presence of love. I don't know if that's controlling my mind or not, but it's helping me move into that room where love lives. And that's enough for me. What do I think about chanting versus meditating? Chanting is meditation. It's not. Why do you think it's not meditating? Because you're singing? Meditation means paying attention. There are many types of meditation, but the simple beginning type of meditation is training to pay attention. And what do you think we're doing here? But we're singing, and we might be enjoying that, but we're still paying attention. This is practice. This is spiritual practice. There are other types of meditation, other forms that involve slightly different techniques. But, one time I asked Siddhima, I said, Ma, should I meditate or should I chant? And she said, well, what do you like to do? Well, I like to chant. So, it never occurred to me that what I like to do would be good for me, right? That in my house growing up, that's, So she also said that Maharaj-ji had said that the more subtle, deeper states of consciousness cannot be created by your personal will. That's a really big statement. But through bhajan, through chanting and japa, repetition of the name, and taking care of people, serving people, the heart can be purified, and those states will arise naturally. That's what he said. So it's not necessary to it's not required to sit like this all day long, and that's not required, and that's not necessarily going to be helpful. If it happens that all of a sudden you are absorbed into a very deep state, well, that's good. Terrific. Congratulations. But we can't make that happen. There's no button to push to make it happen. We have to transform our lives. We have to spend less time obsessing about ourselves every day, all day. Spiritual practice is not like a drug that you take, have an experience, and then you crash and you have to do it again. Spiritual practice is training ourselves, if not transforming, but opening ourselves in a certain kind of way and making ourselves more available to grace and to real love. Who is a sadhu? Is it the one who lives in the jungle with nothing, or the one who has everything and treats it as grace? Anybody can be a sadhu. It doesn't have to look any particular way. In India, Maharaj-ji did not look like a sadhu. He didn't wear orange clothes or white clothes. He wore a dhoti that everybody wears and a blanket around him. He looked like your grandfather. He didn't go around looking like a sadhu, but he was the sadhu of sadhus. A real sadhu is hard to find, and we might not recognize one even if he was right or she was right in front of us, because we're not ready. So we have our work to do. There's no sense waiting around for somebody to bop you on the head, because that ain't going to happen. Do I speak Hindi? Tora, bahut tora, very little. What does presence mean? When I'm chanting, am I supposed to pay attention to the sound or search for a presence? No, you're not supposed to be searching or looking for a presence. You're supposed to be simply being with the sound of the name. That's all. And when you find yourself thinking about, well, maybe I should be looking for something, that's a thought. Let it go. Right now, our thoughts coming, boom, 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 and we don't feel like there's any space between the thoughts. They're just like a constant flow, like machine gun of thoughts all the time. But as our minds and our awareness gets more subtle and more less diluted and confused, we can experience space around the thoughts. You could say that's presence. Whose presence? I don't know. But presence, being, true being, our own true nature starts to radiate, you could say. We become aware of it. But that's as the mind calms down, as the thoughts calm down. But you can't stop thoughts. You can't grab them and crush them and shoot them as they go by to get rid of them. We have to train ourselves to let go of them. So you sit and you sing, and when you start thinking about maybe I should be looking for something out there or in here, you realize, wait a minute, I'm not paying attention. So you come back to the sound. That's the way the practice is done. And gradually, but inevitably, something inside is revealed to us. We uncover it. You could say inside, outside, it doesn't matter what you say, but gradually, little by little, we begin to feel something that we didn't feel before. We become more aware of what's behind the thoughts, what's behind the emotions. Or, for instance, there's the sky. We don't see the sky so much. We see the stuff in the sky. We don't see the space. We see the stuff. But gradually we become more aware of the space, the presence, I call it. And the clouds and the birds and the pollution and the earth and everything is held in that space. But we're not aware of that most of the time. We're stuck on the stuff. So as soon as you notice that you're stuck on something, you've been dreaming or thinking, you let it go and come back again and again and again. Maharaj-ji, do I have any letters like from Maharaj-ji? Maharaj-ji didn't write letters as far as I know. Sometimes he had other people write letters for him to people, but so. It's very difficult times these days. Very difficult times. A lot of suffering in the world, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and it's in the atmosphere. We're breathing it in a sense. And we take it affects us under the radar as well, and makes us, it shakes us up a little bit. So that's why practice is so important, to do every day a little bit every day. The answer to all the questions that we could ever have, we will find within ourselves. So please do some practice. Learn about the path. And everything will come from regular practice. It makes everything, changes our molecules and allows for different things to happen in our lives. When I'm particularly messed up and needing to change channels, I will do 108 Hanuman Chalisas. That's the practice. That's my number one go-to practice when I'm really having a very bad time, when I'm having a hard time, and I can't deal with it. So I just sit down and do the Chalisas, and then I don't demand anything happen, but I just do the Chalisas, and that changes the atmosphere. It cleans out stuff. So I encourage you to learn about these things and because we need to get an inner ability to release stuff. We're all very identified with our stuff, our stories. And all our issues and all our trouble is in here, in our thoughts and emotions. And it hurts us because we're identified with them. We feel These are just my step, my thoughts, my emotions. So we have to practice letting go. That doesn't mean pushing away. There's a big difference between letting go and pushing away. You can't push things away. They stick to you. But letting go is different. You may have to let go over and over and over, again and again and again and again. There's no doubt about it. We will. In the course of an evening of chanting with people, I have to come back hundreds of times or more, maybe 100 times in one chant, because my mind takes me away. But I've been training to stay with the sound. You don't grab onto it like this, but you stay with it in a gentle way. When you notice you're gone, you simply come back. Don't demand any particular kind of experience to happen. Don't think you have to have some kind of holy feeling or blissful feeling. That's not the way it works. All you have to do, come back to the sound of the name again and again and again. And then if you need other help, look for it. Be proactive. Have some courage. Go after the things you need. A lot of depression, a lot of anger comes from because we don't get what we need, but we also don't know how to get what we need. So chanting and spiritual practice kind of aligns you more deeply with the desires that we need to satisfy in order to be at peace. You can't get rid of your desires. They come with the body and the emotions. So, and if we try to push those things away, we get very frustrated and very frustrated and very depressed because it's not possible, and nor should it be possible. Let's live. Let's enjoy our lives and live in a good way. Let's think about other people, care for others as they come into our view, and just do the best we can. But that takes a certain kind of strength and commitment, which we can develop and deepen through chanting and through practice. Hanumate Namaha. Om Ham Hanumate Namaha. Om Hanumate. Om Ham Hanumate. Om Ham Hanumate Namaha. Om Hanumate Namaha. Om Hanumate Namaha. Om Hanumate. Om Hanumate. Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Jembe Gauri Jeshama Gauri Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Jembe Gauri Jeshama Gauri Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Jembe Gauri Jeshama Gauri Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Jembe Gauri Jeshama Gauri Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Jembe Gauri Jeshama Gauri Om Shri Matre Namah. Jai Jagarambe Jai Jai Jagarambe He Ma Durga He Ma Durga Jagarambe, Jai Jai Jagarambe, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Jai Jagarambe, Jai Jai Jagarambe, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Jai Jagarambe, Jai Jagarambe, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Jai Jagarambe, Jai Jai Jagarambe, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Jai Jagarambe, Jai Jai Jagarambe, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Jai Jagarambe, Jai Jai Jagarambe, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma, Hey Ma Durga, Hey Ma Durga, Jai Jagadambe, Jai Jagarambe, Hey Ma Guru Charan Saroj Raj Jaman Mukur Sudhar Varano Agubhara Bimala Jasu Jodaya Kupalachar Buddhin Tanu Janke Sumeram Pavan Kumar Balamudi Vidya Dehu Mohi Kale Subekar Syavara Ramachandra Padaje Sharana Jaya Hanuman Gyanu Saga Jaya Kapi Sati Loka Ujara Ramadurta Tulit Baladhama Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama Mahavira Vikram Bhajarangi Matnivar Sumati Kesangi Kanchana Varana Viraja Subesa Kanana Kundalu Kunchita Kesa At Bhajur Dhvaja Viraja Kande Munja Janeru Sada Karasuan Kesari Nandan Eja Pratapa Mahajagabanda Vidyavan Guni Ati Chaturama Kaja Kalibeko Atu Prabhu Charita Sunibeko Rasya Rama Lakana Sita Nabasi Sukshmarupa Darisya Hindikava Vikatarupadare Lankajara Imarupadare Asur Sahari Ramachandra Ke Kaj Savari Aisa Jivan Lakana Diaya Shri Raghuveer Shiralai Ragupati Kinhi Bahut Barai Mama Priya Bharatai Samabhai Sahasabadan Tumaro Jasagavan Asakahi Shri Pati Kanta Lagavan Sanakadika Brahmadi Munisa Narada Sharada Sahita Hisa Kamakubera Digapala Jahante Kabiko Bidakaya Sake Kahante Upakar Sugriva Inkina Rama Melaya Raja Padadina Maro Mantra Vibhishanamana Lankeshwara Bhai Sabha Jagajana Gasahasra Jojana Parabana Ilyota Himudhrapalajana Prabhu Mudrika Mile Mukamahi Chale Dilangi Gaya Charajanahi Durgama Kaja Jakta Kejete Chugamanu Gart Maritete Ramaduare Marakavare Uttana Agya Binu Pezari Sukla hai tumhari sharana Tumhara chaka kahu ko dharana Apana teja samaro ape Tino loka hanka tenkampe भूत पिशाचन कट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनाओ। नासे रोग हरे सब पीर, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीर। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जो लावे। अब पार राम तपस्वी राजा, इनके काज सकल तुम साज। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोवे अमित जीवन पल पावे। चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियार। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पास, सदा रहो रघुपति के दास। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसराओ। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हर भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न डरई, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करे। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमेरे हनुमत बलबीर। जय जय हनुमान गोसाई, पाखरो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, चुत ही बंदी महासुख होय। होया पर हनुमान चालीसा, होया सिद्धि साकी गणेशा। तुलसीदास सदा हरचेरा, जय नाथ हृदय महादेव। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसो सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र पद जय शरणम। मंगल मूर्ति मारुतनंदन, सकल मंगल मूल निकंदन। मंगल मूर्ति मारुतनंदन, सकल मंगल मूल निकंदन। श्री राम जय जय राम। 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. If we know anything about a path at all, if we know that there might be a way to live in this world in a good way, with an open heart, without fear, it's only because of the great beings that have gone before us on this path. Out of their love, out of their kindness, they left some footprints for us to follow. So, in the same way that they wish for us, in the same way that they wish for us, we wish that all beings everywhere, all of us be safe, all of us be happy, all of us have good health and enough to eat. And may we all live in peace and at ease of heart, with whatever comes to us in life. Chanting, Chanting.